All right, how's it going this morning, y'all? So I wanted to do this video today. Oh, and by the way, Happy New Year. Hey, look, I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. There's gonna be a lot of obstacles this year, but two things: whether you have the wherewithal to overcome those obstacles, or you're gonna have the strength to do that, and are you gonna be able to find your way to maneuver around these obstacles or whatever that the government or let's say federal agencies, your job puts in front of you, okay? And yeah, it's cool. You need to walk in faith, okay? And you need to pray and that type of stuff. Yes, I am a praying man. I do have a praying mother. And yeah, I know that's all good or whatever. I know the thing about walking in faith. I know the thing about accepting Yahshua, okay? Most people call him Jesus in your life. I get all that, okay? But faith without works is dead. And on this channel, we don't sit up in a basement and cry and make a rant or whatever, worried about when somebody gets up, goes to bed, okay? We're not on YouTube crying or whatever, okay? About getting their house in order, boo-hoo and crocodile tears. We don't sit up here and talk about other people that they're about to lose their car and their job and their home, which they already done, and pretty soon they're going to lose their wife. On this channel, we find solutions. We pray, all right, go through some biblical principles, talk about world events and so forth, maybe a little sports. I may use people for, for examples. We find solutions. We give praise or whatever, and try to, or give back. So let's get right into it. I'm over here at a housing community here, and just let's say 5 days ago, this is a Walmart behind me I told you about that closed down, okay? So look at that Walmart and that video about that, okay? And what may happen with these with those closed Walmarts. There was 135 of them, okay? But this is called Cliffs at Dover. This neighborhood it started to be built around 2013. I was maybe here in this area for a year. I live right down the street. With these apartments and these three-story homes, and they built all the way down. If you guys could see it, maybe a half a mile down, and maybe a half to 3/4 miles facing. This is facing north, okay? With these townhouses, all right. And the reason why I'm doing this today is because I want to talk about what, not to miss your maybe blessings, and we talk a little bit about the housing market, that type of stuff. But here's what I wanted to say. If you would have got these homes like 10 years ago, these homes right now, they range between $250,000 and like $340,000. You could have got half off, okay? Because we were just getting over the dot-com bust at that time, okay? When many of these houses were built. This community was built like right at the time COVID started in 2020. So they started in the front some years back, and then they worked their way back to the back side of it, okay? All right, to the rear, okay, or to the north end of this, based on need, okay? At the time, but you would have had to probably pay like a 4.5, maybe 5-6% bank interest, and that's probably also what this video is partially about, okay? I wish I would have done it, because now if I wanted to sell it and go to another place bigger, I could have got it for like 250, 275, where back 2012, these townhomes were running like 120, okay? I'm not a financial expert, okay, but I'm just letting you know, like, pretty much, catching stuff in waves, because this stuff goes in cycles. As you know, in 2020, the interest rates were cut down to like 2.5%. Okay, they were cut pretty much in half. All right, but the housing market went up anywhere between 15 to 33%. Okay, for a home or a townhome if you wanted to buy. Okay, I started to see more townhomes for sale. The median here In Las Vegas or the state of Nevada is like 340, between 340 and 370. Whereas before then, there were probably about, I don't know, 310, something like that, 300 for a 3 and a 2. Okay, so this year the interest rates went up I'm trying to think, like 3.5%. They were raised 5%. Okay, from five times. Actually, from 2.5 to 4.5%, and they're going to raise again in February and more than likely in March, anywhere between to a quarter to a half a point. Okay, the goal is by May. Okay, if they decide to have another meeting again, to get the interest rates up to like 5.8%, so inflation could go down. I can tell you right now, okay, the interest rates are not going to go down, okay, because that's what they want to do in 2024 to get it back down to 2%. That's not going to happen. Inflation is not going to go down. Inflation is like 8.2%, okay, whereas before COVID it was 3%. All right, I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle, okay, before COVID and after. All right, you figure out the math there. All right, so what I like to try to do is right now, okay, moving forward, I want to take you to a new community and we can discuss some options, okay, because there's plenty of options depending on what state you're in, okay, not to give up hope, because there's a lot of states that are welcoming of, new people, the people that come to their state and all that, tax-free and all that. But we're going to discuss those options on how to, tackle these obstacles, okay, that'll, mess with your head. And then even if you do, you have to look at, well, we'll talk about it later, okay, because there's other obstacles that I'll talk about, but that have to be on on a later video. Okay, let's move on. All right, so I'm over here at a brand new complex. Looks like they're gonna have this done here in a couple of months. This is in Las Vegas, actually, Martin Luther King and Craig. All right, they've been developing this community for quite some time. So these are some apartments, and just behind me, I don't know, a few hundred feet, these are some houses that they've been working on for a couple of years. Okay, I don't like the way the structure of the house is because they put them so doggone close together, almost like military base housing. Okay, so you see the two, right? Okay, moving forward with high interest rates, up to, if they get it up to 5%, let's say 300,000, for example. Okay, we're gonna say a home is 300,000, so it can be easier to understand for me. And you get a $300,000 loan, okay, with a 5.8%, between 5.3 and 5.8. Now that's with good credit. If you get something like 8 or 9%, okay, you're gonna be paying a lot more. But let's just say with 5.3 to 5.8%, all right, that tax on like what, $15,000, $20,000, but that's going to take you 5 years just to pay off the premium. You could end up paying like $50,000, $60,000 to pay off a premium on a 20-year or 30-year loan. Probably, I don't know, $45,000 on a 20-year loan. Okay, that's how the banks end up making their money. All right, so that's the disadvantage. But let's just say it's either that, or you may actually get $240,000. All right. So in the end of the day, you have to pay through the nose. So that's something that I think that new home buyers that need to consider. All right, to probably just wait this thing out, maybe at least like 2 years for this financial pivot to come and things will placate back, okay, to somewhat in the middle. Okay, to set your money aside, live below your means. Now, let me say this for people that already have a home. It's just some advice, okay, is I'd say hold what you got. But if you're thinking about buying, okay, you want to get somewhere where there's a buyer's market, okay? where actually you can get something back, or you can keep some of what you sold your house for. For example, for many people in California, that 3 and a 2 I told you about is going to be like $700,000, 650. They can run up to 800,000. Okay, you come to a place like here in Las Vegas, where I reside, and just so you know, I live in Las Vegas. Get something like these homes here, like 360,000. You can keep 400,000, but you need to get in a state that is welcoming of such. Okay, i.e., Nevada, Idaho, uh, Arizona, Texas, Florida, Tennessee. All right, so that's what you want to do. It's no point of you leaving where the home is the same price. Maybe if it's the same, depending on this, if that's where you want to live. Okay, but why would you want to leave, sell your house, and never having to pay more? Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, then you want to look at what you get for your new home. All right, sometimes the question is where you want to go. If you even get that loan, what is that loan going to be able to buy you? Okay, you guys that aspire to buy home loans, that's why I just say for now, it's probably best to wait. Again, unless you're in certain conditions like California. Okay. Now, they're going to be coming out with new housing programs, and I know it's going to be like that in a few other states. Again, welcoming of people that want to come to that state, Nevada being one of them. Okay, where right now they have what they call a lease to buy program in some of these homes. Okay, you're going to pay through the nose a little bit, but if that's what you wanted, you want a home, you can build your credit towards like buying that, or you can move out, get your credit straight, move out and buy yourself a home elsewhere. So they got that going on in the state of Nevada over the next 3 years. There's supposed to be $300 million, which I doubt they're going to get, to build new homes. I think it'll probably be 100, maybe $150 million. Okay, probably by 2030, you'll get 200, maybe 300,000 more people will move here in Las Vegas. Okay, I don't think I'll be here by then, but okay, so that's a couple of options right there. Okay, or let's see here, that, or you could rent. You can negotiate your rent because this is a renter's market. Okay, you can do that for which the type of home or apartment that you like. Okay, rent, especially if you want to sell your house and maybe downsize. But do some researching around, okay, because you'd be surprised on what you can find for a reduced price. Nevada states are going down on their rent. Okay, Nevada is like the state with the second fastest rate going downwards. So you can consider that. Okay. And you can consider, which I'm going to do because I'm in the process of moving out myself, is I'm going to get a bigger place in another area. All right. And what I may do is when I decide to leave here in a few years, and I will leave, I can offer to probably pay that home off and maybe make it into like an investment property. I thought about buying a house because I wanted to make it into an investment property. That's another option, okay? You want to look at what you, again, even if you do get it, why are you getting it? And for the money that you are paying for, what are you getting? You know what I'm saying? The size of the home that you're getting, where you want to live. Then you have to worry about, is your job, okay, the job market, and is your job, or you and your spouse, if you have a roommate or whatever, which, well, I'm going to keep that my opinion to myself, but is that going to be able to keep up with the property value, property tax, mortgage, that type of stuff, okay? That'll be a subject for another day, okay? But I hope that was able to give you some solutions on what you can do moving forward over the next 4 or 5 years until they can get this, the Fed can get this situation placated. And it's going to take at least 2 years to 3 years to get this inflation, let's say, to slow it down. It's not going to stop, but slow it down and get the interest rates placated, to, I guess, the numbers that they need to be. So let me know what you think about the video there. I don't want to talk too much here. And like, subscribe, share. Thank you for your time. Cash App Winston Spivey if you want to donate. And then give praise afterwards. Okay?